Hello everyone, how are you? Welcome back. So today's video, I'm going to show you the difference between a fill and a rebalance. And this is my dominant hand. I desperately have to do a fill. At this point, it's been 5 going on 6 weeks, so it's definitely going to be more of a rebalance because I have to rebalance my apex. Now, this video, I'm just going to concentrate on my pointer finger because not only do I have to fill the gap between here and here, I also have to rebalance the tip. So let me show you what I mean. If I hold my middle finger, if I put my middle finger on this file, you're going to see how the lower arch is going straight out from the free edge. Now, if I put my pointer finger in there, you're going to see now that my lower arch is pointing down and the tip of my extension is lower than my corner point. So let me show you both of these together. So you can see both of these together. You can see how my lower arch is completely straight and this one is pointing down. So example A, we have a client who just got their nails done and everything is fine. You have your lower arch going straight, and on an almond or stiletto, your upper arch is pointing down. And your apex, it can either be a European apex or an American apex, depending on where you live. So we have picture B. It's been your 2 to 3 weeks. And all you really have to do is just fill in the back portion here because your lower arch is still straight and your upper arch is still fine. Now we have C, and this is where my pointer finger is at. Now you waited a lot more, let's say you're 4+ weeks. As I said, I'm going on 5-6 weeks, which I never recommend with clients unless they absolutely have to. So now, in the other photos, my lower arch should be going straight. My lower arch is now going down and it's going in this direction, which is what I don't want. And my apex is all the way here by the free edge. So not only do I have to move this back and fill this whole area in, but what I'm going to do on this portion of my nail is I'm going to add a huge chunk of product, and I'm going to show you in the video, and then I'm going to carve everything out underneath. So when I'm done, I'm going to take my nail from this to here, to number A. So let's get started. So I did put a little bit of product and I filled it in there, but what I'm going to do is now I'm going to take my product and I'm going to go from here to here, and I'm just going to build mostly from here to here, and I'm going to build a lot of product on, so that way when I go to file the underside, it's going to be, my lower arch will be completely parallel. This is the brush I'm using from Akzéntz. It's the 106 brush, and from Magic Gel I'm using the Ultra Silk hard gel, and it's a semi-opaque peach hue. But this is it cures more on the clear side. So let's fill all of this in. I'm going to start with a huge dollop, and I'm just going to, as I said, put this on, and I'm just going to float this down the free edge, and I'm going to be doing using a lot more product than this. And as I go, if there's any bubbles, I just want to make sure I remove those bubbles. And I will also be carrying this product in stages. And don't worry about your apex, because when you're done, you will be putting your apex back to where you need it. a little tip, as you're building up the product, what I like to do every once in a while, I will take the straight part of my file, and this is the file that I'm going to be using today, and I'm going to hold it from my corner point out and make sure that I have enough product where I need to, so when I go to file the underneath part, I have enough. So I'm going to build a little bit more over here, and then we should be good to file underneath and remove a bulk of the product from underneath. Okay, so when you do this, I'm just going to hold my hand and I'm going to go underneath. I'm going to start in the front, not in the back, because I don't want to create a notch in the corner. I want to file all of the free edge out first. And yes, if you want, you can use an e-file, but when I do this, I like to use a combination of a hand file and an e-file. As you can see, it's still slightly pointing down, so I need to file a little bit more in the front. And now my lower arch is now completely brought up. You can see all of this here. You can see how flat this is. I'm going to carve that out, and I'm going to carve some of this out. So I'm going to do that first before I finish file everything up top and make sure my apex is placed where it is. So I'm going to get my e-file and I'm going to file everything under out first. My nylon brush with a little bit of isopropyl alcohol. I think for now I carved out enough underneath. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to shape and file everything on top. And then if I need to remove any more underneath, I can. At this point in the video, I did not realize how much I was getting out of frame when I was finished filing my nails, so I apologize now for not having a lot of this in the video. Now, as I'm filing this into shape, you can see it's coming into shape really nicely from how we first started out. So now we can see that pointy almond is looking really nice. And I have a couple areas left to touch on. So my apex placement is really nice. It's starting back here. Everything is carved out really nice. There's a couple more spots on the corners I'm probably going to remove. But other than that, I think this is almost done. So as I'm filing, I'm looking down the barrel this way, and I'm looking down this way, and this way as well. So now I'm all done, and you can see this is where I started at the beginning with how much of the gap I have that I needed to do a fill. This is what it looks like from the top view. And from the side view, you can see my lower arch is now completely straight. My apex starts more towards the back third. I have a nice arch going this way. And going down the barrel, everything is nice and smooth going this way and going in this direction. I hope this video helped you with the difference between a fill and a rebalance, and showing you that there are multiple ways of doing a rebalance. If anyone has any questions, let me know in the comment section below. All the products I used will also be listed in the description.